from experience, what I do know is there are seedlings that do take a really long time to germinate, and when they do germinate, they take a really long time to grow on as well. So based on my experience, I'm gonna start these seedlings early. I'll show you what I do, and then there's some of them that I'm gonna start here that I have no experience with, and so when I don't have experience with anything, I just basically start early, read the packet, take that as a good guide, and then I just start a little bit early so that in case anything happens, I have enough time to restart it. So what I'm starting in this video is Crespida. So this is Billy Bob. I did start this last year, however, I didn't get any blooms from it. So my thought is that when first of all, I started them really late. Second of all, I should have potted them up into a bigger container. So I think that was my problem last year. So I'm going to try again. This one I've never started before. This is Gaura. And so I'm going to see what that looks like experience wise, because I would love to grow it. Next is Columbine. And I'll let you read the name that's on the package. Pretty hard to pronounce. I did start these last year, however, I didn't take good care of the seedlings, so I'm going to start again because I do have lots of seedlings from this. Next is Pink Sunday Salvia. I did start this last year, I believe. Cherry Phlox. I don't have any experience with this, but I would love to grow it. And it's full sun to part shade, which I can find lots of area in the yard for this. White Swan Echinacea. I did get this to germinate a couple of years ago when I started it, so I wanted to get a couple more. I don't have that many white Echinacea in the yard. Cherry Brandy Black Eye Susan. This one I did start before, and it gives the most beautiful flowers, but when it germinates, oh my goodness, it takes forever to grow on. Next is the Indian Summer. And this one I think I do have in the yard right now as well. And stock. So for me, for stock, usually I get 2 years out of it. So I'll plant it out early. It's a cold hardy plant, and I'll get a little bit of flowers in the spring, and then it'll just lull in the summer, and then come fall again, I'll get another bloom. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and get started today. Hi, I'm Lisa, the Whimsical Gardener. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe, share with a gardening friend too as well. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I've already started prepping my seed trays. I've got this container, and it has this 12 cells in it. I went ahead and filled it a little bit of bottom water, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use my seed starting mix. Now, you can use regular potting soil and sift out all of the larger pieces. Again, for me, it's time versus the expense of it. This bag was $8, and so I don't really, if sifting the soil out takes a really long time in my experience. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get the bag of soil. And every year for my seed starting mix, I think I use 2 to 3 bags of seed starting mix. Wet the soil. Two cells per seed. I use a garden marker because I find that the regular markers aren't good. They basically just wipe out. Any garden marker you can find online is good. So for the Crespida, it says germinate days to emerge 15 to 30 days. Seed depth is 1/8 of an inch. And it is a perennial in zone 8 to 11, which is what we are. Okay. So an 1/8 of an inch. So I'm gonna sprinkle my seeds on top, and then I will cover them up. This is what the seeds look like. And my Gaura said 1/8 of an surface to 1/8, so lightly cover for the Gaura. Ooh, look at the Gaura seeds. Never seen Gaura seeds before. They're pretty big, so easy to handle. I'm gonna do 3 in a cell for now, and then I'll go back in. So what I noticed with perennials, is this a perennial? Yeah, perennials, when you grow them, don't expect much of it in year 1. And the reason for that is the ones that you buy at the stores, those are 2-3 years old most of the time. So don't expect much of a perennial in year 1 from my experience. I started, let's see, Jupiter's Beard, Thistle, and a whole bunch of other stuff last year, perennials, and they didn't do that much, which is expected for year 1. Year 2, I should have better results. So lightly dust these. And the Gaura sets surface to 1/8, so extremely light. Of this. Keep it all moist. And I'm gonna cover it with my humidity dome and put it onto my grow light. Alright, next we're gonna do our Columbine. So this says full sun to part shade, 14 to 21 days to germinate. What's the surface level? Let's see here. Do not cover but press the soil. So this is a good indication that this is surface sowed. So I'm going to sow this directly to the surface. And from last year when I set them, I did get some good germination. However, I really didn't take care of the seedlings afterwards. So that was all user error. Hopefully I can get some extra seedlings to plant in front of my subdivision as well. And I'm very careful what I plant in the front of the subdivision because I have to check to make sure it's not toxic to pet or anything like that. So that's the very first thing that I usually do for the front of the subdivision. Alright, now it's a pink Sunday Salvia. This I got from Johnny's Seed. I think I got it on sale last year. I'm gonna pop the picture on it. It's like a green leaf, but the top of it, as it grows, it gets pink. And if I remember correctly, it's all just foliage. I don't remember seeing any flowers on it. Now this one says, let's see here, press seed into soil but do not cover as light aid germination. So this one needs to be surface sowed as well. My humidity dome. I'll do over here. I'll put them all up on the grow shelf. Alright, so now we're gonna go to my cherry caramel phlox. This one here, I don't have any experience growing this, so we'll see. And then my white swan echinacea, I did grow this. So we'll see. Label first of all. My white swan echinacea packet is a couple years old, so I'm gonna go ahead and just sow it all. And I'm gonna do 2 per cell starting out. Cherry caramel says 1/8 of an inch deep. Now I don't know the germination rate for this, so I'm just gonna sow all of the seeds. Inch, so there. Alright, this one's done. Now we're gonna go and do the, I'm gonna do 1 container for the Black Eye Susan and 1 container for the stock. And these look like all, no, there's some singles as well, single and double stocks. By the way, stock smells so good. Brandy, cherry brandy. So this says light age germination to suppress seed to the surface. Let me just label again. So I did notice that my cherry brandy, I did transplant it from when I originally planted, and it came back last year, didn't it? I think it did. Pretty sure that where I have my my fruit cocktail tray bed, I'm pretty sure I have some cherry brandy in there that I transplanted. I need to show you these seeds, how tiny they are. Oh my god. So tiny. This is probably, 15 count seeds, you guys. They look like dust. I think I got them all in. Oh my god, it's crazy. Right. Then I'm gonna do the Indian summer. I do love the Indian summer because it's a double actually. And this one actually, I am gonna pop a picture of that on the screen because I do have pictures of the cherry brandy and the Indian summer that grew last year. So I'll pop a picture of those. Just absolutely amazing. And if I do have pictures of ones that I grew as well before, I'll pop it in as well. Okay, the Indian summer has more seeds than the cherry brandy. It's also perennial, but they do flower first year. I do know that for sure. What I also noticed is that when you plant them out, you'll be like, oh my god, this is doing nothing. But as soon as the heat hits them, that's when they do better. That's when they just basically shoot out from there. Put a container over here. That should be it for my seed starting. So let me show you my seed starting setup with my grow lights, and then I'm also going to show you what they look like if you don't have the grow light setup the way I do, and how you can just get these kits and plug them in with their lights. For the stock, I ran out of my little inserts here. They might be in my potting shed. So I don't know where I put it, but I'm just going to direct sow it into the container, so I'm just using the same container. I'm going to go ahead and moisten it now. My stock says press the surface, so what I'm doing now is I'm just flattening in it, so that way the seed can sit flat on the soil. If I remember correctly, the seedlings are so pretty when they germinate. By the way, I got some mahogany splendor hibiscus seeds that are coming. I got some dusty miller as well that's coming. And I also have three types of geraniums that I found from Johnny's Seeds as well as coming. So excited. I did grow geraniums last year, and they're overwinter in the greenhouse right now. They were pretty small when I put them in the greenhouse, but they all got flowers last year. So very excited about that. Alrighty, so now I'm done with the seedling. Let me show you the seedling setup. If you have the light versus if you buy the kit directly that comes with the light. So in my office in the basement, my awesome husband set these shelves up for me. So I've got some regular shelves here, and what he did was install these like eye hooks on here, and then I bought these lights from Amazon and bought these magnetic strips here, and then I just used paddle wire, and that's how I attached it. So the eye hooks up here, I use paddle wire. I got these little like magnet looking things from Amazon, and then these are just regular grow lights. As long as it has 4,500 lumens, I believe is what it is what you're looking for. And the nice thing about these is they all connect to each other. And then I just use some zip ties and a zip tie, but I can close one off if there's nothing under it. So each of them have their own shut off switch, which is great. So if I don't have anything in this area, I can go ahead and turn that one off. So for my seedling, I'm just going to take my seedling here, and I'm just going to put it under my grow light. Seedlings like that, and then that's it. And as I keep on here, I can turn the other ones on and turn that one on too, as I keep adding more and more trays, which as you can see behind me, there's a lot of trays there right now with seeds that I started earlier. Let me show you, if you don't have this set up, how you can just buy the kit already pre-done from Amazon, for example, and I'm going to link them in the description of this video. Again, not sponsored, but just something that I've used for several years now. Alrighty, so these kits again come with the container, the humidity dome already in it, and it has a area that you can open the vent or close it, and then it comes with these lights already, so you just snap the lights in. Notice how there's the lights in there. It has all the colors that you need as well. So if you don't have a grow light set up like how I have here, what you do is it comes with a USB cord. You basically take the USB cord. There's a little plug-in over here. Alright, so you take the USB cord. So this actually, when you initially get it, you just snap it in place here. There's a little bit of a hole to plug this in. You take this, it comes with a USB cord, and you plug that in. So I just got like a regular USB. As you can tell, I've done this a lot because I already have all of the extension cords and everything ready to go. Alright, so to demonstrate again, you plug it in. Alright, then you take the USB cord, you plug it into your USB thing, and voila, you've got a built-in grow light system here. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing. And what I typically do is once the seed germinates, right, and if I'm potting them up, sometimes I'll put them in like 2-inch pots or whatever it is. And what I do is I take a regular tray, it could be an aluminum tray or anything like that, and then I put these over it without the base, and this is how I get my grow lights. How I get my lights if I run out of space on my shelf, which I always run out of space on my light. So that's what I do is I use these without the bottom, and sometimes what I'll do is I'll use a piece of thing and kind of pop it in so it's a little bit higher so you can move it like up and down. But these are just amazing. Again, I'll link this in the description. Not sponsored again, but I just used this so many years and I love it. You can get the ones where the lid is taller if you need to, but I just love this. They're just easy, very easy. It's funny because probably by February, March, I run out of space, and all you see is little containers with the thing. It looks like you're doing some sort of brain surgery, something, whatever. All you do is you see all the wires. You see all the trays like stacked up like this, and then you see all the wires on top, which is pretty funny. People that come in to check out the room area are always like wondering what exactly am I doing here, but it works really well. If you don't have a grow light system set up, it works really well. Since I do have the space set up, I'm just going to go ahead and out of my seedling, and I put the tags facing forward so I can see what they are. You have to label my stock. Let's label the stock and then we'll put it up here, and then that should be it for this. Label my stock, putting it here, and then I should be all set to go. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoy this seed starting video, and you have an idea of what plants what seeds you can start early. And mine is based on my experience of how long it takes to germinate, plus how long the seedling takes to get to a reasonable size once it germinates. So this is why I've started these early. We'll follow the seed starting journey throughout this season. You'll see the good, the bad, the ugly. I wanted you guys to be able to see the reality of what seed starting look like. I would say that every year that I've done this, I get a little bit better. My first 2 years or so wasn't so great, but I did get germination, but it wasn't as much of a success as what it is as I continue doing it year after year. And as a part of gardening is you don't have to be, you don't have to master it in the first season. It's something that you build year over year. So I would love if you can subscribe to the channel. Until next time, everybody, happy gardening.